Are you ready to start tracking your cash expenses? Whether you have a cash till that you want to enter, or maybe the owner has some cash expenses that you are trying to add into QuickBooks. So, hi, I'm Candus Kampfer. If we've never met before, I love to help business owners and bookkeepers create confidence with QuickBooks. So, first things first, if you are looking for QuickBooks Desktop, you are in the right place. If you're looking for the online version of this training, go up above or down below and I will link it there for you. Are you ready to dive in? So one of the first things to get together is your cash receipts, right? Now let's talk about how to enter them into your QuickBooks. So the first thing you're going to want to do is set up a petty cash account if you have a cash till that you're using to pay for your expenses, meaning you have cash that you hold, and when somebody needs to go buy something, you give them the cash. The best way to track that is through a petty cash account. So to set that up, you're going to go under List, Chart of Accounts. If you've never set one up before, you're going to go down to the bottom where it says Account, click on New, choose a bank account. Now I know it's common to think, but this is petty cash. It's cash. I don't need a bank account. But the way QuickBooks works, you do need one. So see right here, it says petty cash. So just trust me, click Continue. And when you come in here, you're going to label it petty cash or cash till or just cash, whatever makes you happy, and you're going to click it Save and Close. All right, I've already set one up that I'm going to walk you through. So mine's set up right here. I'm going to go ahead and double click on it, and you'll see inside your register, if you've set it up brand new, there'll be nothing in here. We're going to need to start with where did the money that you are using come from? Where did that cash come from? So you have a couple different ways to add cash. You can do it straight from a deposit where you're entering in your sales, whether you do it this way or through using undeposited funds. And then you can come down here, this handy dandy little feature that we have where it says, where's the money going? You can say it's going back to petty cash. This is going to be your bank account, whatever you titled it, and then the amount of money. So you'll notice over here, we had a $1,000 deposit of sales, but we actually deposited $800. The difference is that $200 that we're taking out. So the system is built to use this way. This is one way that you can do it. Then you'll see that that deposit has been entered. Another way that you can put the cash in is through this, which is you went to the bank, you wrote a check, or you took cash out of the ATM, and now you're going to use that as the cash that you're going to track. So anytime you're just taking cash out of your ATM, it's a good idea to put it here as petty cash, so it reminds you to add those expenses into your QuickBooks as you go. Okay, so you either write a check or ATM, the date that you took it out on, you can write it to cash, the amount of money, choose, which is really important here, bank account, petty cash, and then the amount will be there as well. Okay, so that's another way. Now, when you want to enter in your expenses, you have receipts that you're using, whether somebody gave you the receipt and you reimburse them with cash, or you gave them cash and they went to buy it, whatever's happening, you're going to come in here and enter it. So this is going to be the date, the vendor is the payee, the dollar amount, and then you're going to say, where do I want to see that? What type of expense is it on my profit and loss? You can add a memo if you want. I did 2 examples of that. Here's the other one. You can choose to enter them here inside the check register, or you can actually go in and write a check if you prefer here, and it will look like this. If this is what you prefer to look at, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you're choosing the bank account as petty cash, all right? Enter in the dollar amount that you spent and the account that you want it to go against. And you can do job costing both in the check or down here under splits, which I taught in my check register training video. But in case you didn't get to see that one, you can find it here as well. All right. So you're going to go through and you're going to enter in every one of your cash. Is it a good idea to reconcile this, to verify that everything's been being done correctly? Yes, I highly recommend it. Now let's talk about if you have your employer or you as the business owner spends money, your own cash, and you want to put it into the business. How do we handle that? It's a little bit different. So you're going to go under company, make a general journal entry. So that's like, I've got petty cash, the previous training that I was showing you, the previous area. This is going to be, how do I add it? So you can actually do journal entries. You can do one per every receipt, or you can do something like this that I have, which is a Google Sheet. You put in a little vendor, the date, what type of expenses along the top. This is just one way. There's lots of ways you can do this. And then you put in the information as you go along. It totals the columns, and then you can do one journal entry for the whole year or one journal entry for the month, depending on what you need. Okay. So if you're going to actually enter this into QuickBooks, you're going to come in here. So you're going to go company, journal entry. You're going to enter in the date, whether it's the entire month because you're doing 1 month at a time, or the year. If it's a year, it'd be probably December 31st of the year you're in. You're going to choose the expense account, the account where you want it to go, the dollar amount with which you've spent the amount of money, as you saw on the other sheet, your office supplies, your materials, and then here, depending on the entity structure that you have. So if you are a sole proprietor, you're most likely going to be owner contribution. If you are a S corporation or have shareholders, and it's a shareholder contribution, or if you're an LLC, it may be member. But you always want to make sure that it is an equity type of account. Okay, so you're going to enter all your expenses as debits, and then the owner's equity will be credited. You can add memos along here if you want. This is just an example of one I put in here, expenses paid by, and I just put my name there for the month of August. If you want to do every individual one, you can also add the vendors here. So let's say that we wanted Exxon. You can do one at a time as well if you want to. Totally up to you. You get to choose what you want. So the last one might be where an owner wants their check back. You're going to go up to banking, write checks, and they might want to be reimbursed for it. And you're going to come from your bank account, however you're paying them back. If they're using a check, then the date that you're reimbursing them for, then it will go to their name. This is a sample file, so you'll see a few. You want to make sure it's a vendor. Then you're going to put in the dollar amount with which you are reimbursing them, and then the type of expense it was for. Maybe it was for fuel. Maybe it was for meals. Whatever it is, it could be multiple line items. You're going to add those here. Okay, so those are different ways to handle your cash receipts. I'm curious, which of these was your biggest aha? Was it, I should set up a cash drawer, so to speak, a bank account, and handle all my bank? Is it doing journal entries for year-end or monthly transactions where you're paying cash as an owner? Or do you actually want to be reimbursed or check? Let me know which of these was like, ooh, I'm going to start using that. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And if you'd like to start getting these tips and tricks in your inbox every single week, you can go up above or down below and we'll send them straight to you. And if you're thinking, oh, I'd really love to learn how to customize QuickBooks to your specific business, check out my Customizing QuickBooks workshop. I look forward to seeing you inside my next tip and trick. Have an amazing day. Bye.